So hey guys, this is me Franklin. So in the last video we created this vase using Rhino, but in this video I'm gonna show you how to create the same vase with Grasshopper without using Rhino at all. So let's begin with it. Also, if you wanted to follow the whole video, you can download the script in the description. I will attach it. So while you are watching, you will understand better if you have the script. Anyway, so let's begin with it. So let's delete this and I'm gonna go to the top view. So first let's create a point. For that I'm using construct point. Where is construct point? Yeah, here, and I'll just move this little bit. This is not necessary, but we're just doing it anyway. So the next step is creating a circle. For that I'm using circle CNR, connect the point to the center, and for the radius I'm going to use 10. Then we have to divide this curve. So I'm using divide curve, connect the circle to the curve, and for the count I'm going to use 20. Okay. And after that I'll use circle again. Let me bring this here. Okay, I'm going to use circle again, which is circle CNR, connect the points to the circle, and the radius is 1. I'll keep it here. So we have the circle. Now we want to have another small circle near the circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this. So I'm using rotate axis. I'll connect the points to the geometry, and for the axis we need to have a line in the x-axis, z-axis. So I'm going to use this point and I will extrude this using extrude command, connect the point to the base, and for the direction I'm going to use z, connect it. So we can use this extrusion to the axis, and for the angle I'm going to use like 20. Let's check how it is. Okay, somewhat okay. So I will give circle in the new points, use the same circle CNR, connect the geometry to the circle, and for the radius I'm going to use 0.6, connect it to the radius. So we have it like this. So I'm okay with it. So we have two circles here. These two guys are much important. Okay, so now we are gonna trim this. We need only the outer part. So I'm using trim region. I will use another one. Okay, so first connect this curve to here, connect this circle to the curve, and I will use a curve command to see the results. I'll copy this as well here. So for the region I'm going to use the main circle, which is this one. I'll connect it to the region, and also I'll connect it to the region. So if we select it, we can see we have trimmed the inner surface. So we have only the outer circle. So before that I'll just flatten this, and I'll do the same for here. Okay, now we have the both outer curve, but still we want only the outer one, not the inside one. So I'm gonna do again trim. In this time I'm gonna use trim with regions. So this time what will be the circle? For the curve, this is, I will make another copy again. I'll connect the curve here, connect the curve here, and I will also give the output curve, put it and make a copy and join it here. Okay, now for the region, this curve I'm gonna use this circle as region. So I will just connect this to this region. So we can see we cut only the outer side, and for this curve we are gonna use this circle as a region. So we got only the outer part. Okay, that's cool. So I'm just gonna flatten this. Okay, now we have to get this line. Okay, for that what I'm gonna use, again trim with region. So this time for the curve, I'm gonna use these both curves. Connect this and connect this. Sorry, I have to give the connect this not into the curve. We have to connect it into the region. Okay. So disconnect it, connect it to the region. And for the curve, we have to give the main circle, which is this one. I'll connect it to the curve. Now let's give output curve. So we will see. Okay, it didn't work well. So what happened? This is trim with region. So I'm gonna use trim with regions. So I'll connect here and connect this. And our main circle, this is our main circle. I'll make the color so I will notice quickly. I'll connect it to the curve and let's connect this. Is it working or not? Okay, I found what is the problem. So we should not do this as region because it's not a closed area. So what we have to do is we have to use these two circles as a region. So I'm gonna transform these two circles as a region. Now this is region. Okay, yes, now we got it. So I'll delete this, we don't need it. Okay, now if you see, let's connect it to the outside. We got our curve, right? So now we have three curves. If you selected both all of them, you will get the outer surface. That's cool. So what next? I'm gonna merge this. Use merge command, connect the data 1, data 2 and data 3. So we got our actual curve. If I hide everything, you can see. Okay, but I'm not gonna hide it because I will need some of the data after that. Okay, so now we got our base curve. So we will follow the same method which we do it in Rhino. So then we need to do the rail revolve, right? Let's bring it here, rail revolve. So we got our base curve. Okay, now I will flatten this again. So now we need a rail and axis. For the axis, I'm gonna use the extruded line which is in the z-axis. So I'm gonna use the same extruded line to the axis. Okay, I'll bring it here so you guys will know. Okay, so this is the same axis line which we created in the beginning. So now let's create a rail curve. Okay, so far we got our base, also we got our axis. So now we need to do the rail curve. For the rail curve, what I'm gonna do, I'll just go to the main, the first division which I did here. I'll use list item because we need to get 1 point from here. So let's do the list item, connect the points to the list, and now we got only one point, right? So we will bring it near here and we will hide all the rest of the things because we won't need this at the moment. This also I will hide it. Okay, so in the perspective view we can see the line. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extrude this, connect the base, and for the direction I'm gonna use the z-axis, and the factor I'm gonna use the same distance which I did before, 85. Okay, now I have to divide this so that we will get control points. So I'll divide curve, connect the extrusion to the curve, and the curve count will be 3. Okay, so now we got 4 points. What we have to do now is we have to list all 4 of them into individual. So I'm going to use again list item. I will make a copy again and again. So because I need 4. I'll connect it. I will connect all one of them. Okay, so 1, and for the index, let's give 2 to this one, not 1. This is 0, 1, and another index 2, another index 3. Okay, so now we got our 4 points individually in the list items. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this point, which is the second point. I'll move, connect to the geometry, and the motion will be x-axis, connect it, and the factor will be 30. Let me move this here. Okay, now we moved our 1 point. Now we are going to do the same. Let's make a copy of this, connect it to the third point, and for the factor I'm going to use minus 13, which is like same. Let's use 13 and use negative because I wanted to move in the other direction. To connect this value, connect the factor. Okay, so now we got our points. So this is our second point, this is our third point, and we will bring the first point here, and we will bring the fourth point here. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm gonna use NURBS curve. Use NURBS curve, connect all the points, then it will give the curve. Yeah, so we got our main stuff. I'll move the whole things here because these things are the one which we needed. So I will hide this. Okay, now we got our base, we got our profile curve, also we got our this extrusion. Okay, if you wanted to see clear the extrusion, I'm gonna give, like, for example, let's give 10. Yeah, so connect this curve to the rail. That's it, guys. We got our vase. So let's see clear in the custom preview. Let's use the another color. Let's say color swatch, connect it to the material. Like, we can play around with it. So that's it, fellas. We got our vase completely on Grasshopper without touching on Rhino. Okay, let's bake this, and yes. Okay, so if I'm close this, I can see my vases here. So the best part in Rhino is, if you wanted to change any variables, you can play with it. You will get different items. For example, that is, Rhino is the best thing. See, if we change this one, we will play with the shapes however we want. This kind of freedom we will get it in Grasshopper. And also you can play, like, with one script you will get multiple style of vases. That's why I love Grasshopper. Amazing. Also you can play with this thing, and we can play with the number of this divide curve, whatever. So you can play with all the variables. it will give different design with each variable change. That is called parametric design. Anyway, this is for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.